Brace yourself, sports and music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is GO time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J Was Good Today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
What is good, folks? What is good? Brand new week, brand new Wednesday, brand new episode of PD&J What's Good Today. I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. What is going on, folks? As you see, we're kind of decked out with classic Ultimate Warrior gear because it gets crazy in here.
Oh, Lord Jesus. You want to talk about it?
Let's get it.
Let's talk about it. You know how it works. Everybody go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you don't know what's going on, you're in for a good show. Let's get right on into it. How was your week, man?
You know what? It was a pretty good week.
Okay.
Got a big day tomorrow. Shout out to my wife. It's her birthday. So we're going to turn up just a little bit, though. Not turn, but be a little turn.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So give her a nice little pamper day or something. So looking forward to it, celebrating with her as usual. So shout out to her. I'm not going to say oh shit because she's probably shooting. Probably got a sniper rifle right now. Wait, you better not. You heard that right? The chamber is loaded. We're going to go to the next subject. Hurry up, change it, hurry up.
So, let's jump right on into it, folks. Have you been looking? I want to say, has it really been news lately? I know I've read about it, but has it really been big news? Massive layoffs happening with major companies. Layoffs. And it seems like at the beginning of the past 3 years, at the beginning of the year, there's always been that massive
Shift.
in terms of that fact. You know what I mean?
But what's funny to me, you always know it every year. You know what they always say by like February, March? Oh my God, all these new jobs. Okay, but those new jobs in January, February ain't there coming next January.
They're not.
They go actually December, was it? To start layoffs?
And here's the thing about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, with American Airlines, they laid off or planning on laying off 50,000 employees. UPS, 12,000 employees. The tech industry in whole,
25,000.
So
25. So I mean, in between that, so if y'all do the new math, you can round it up and say what, close to 100,000.
pretty much.
Because I'm quite sure there's other layoffs that happen. So it's probably
going to be more than that. And the crazy part about it, I know people that's been a part of massive layoffs, like even within small to medium-sized companies, cutting millions, like thousands of jobs at one point in time.
Yeah, matter of fact, remember you told me about what was remember the tube thing with the cars in it? What are they called?
The Carvana.
Yeah, Carvana. Remember,
Yeah.
You were talking about somebody with that was it you or someone that said that they had somebody that just did training. They came out of training, they didn't even make it past training.
They did not. They did not. Absolutely
And I'm
not.
like, how in the world? Like, how do you have a training class? I mean, them training classes are not cheap. Everybody that knows, I hope you know, training is not cheap. That's why when companies, they rather promote within than trying to train somebody brand new.
Some companies that
Right.
I've worked for companies where they would rather bring somebody fresh in because they can train them to what they want their specifications.
True.
You know what I mean?
But and another way you look at it, a lot of times you don't have to pay them. You got to pay them today's price. Whereas if you bring in where you have the person that's moving up,
you could pay them something
you
different.
can pay them yesterday's price.
Yeah, yeah.
And hopefully the company does a evaluation of it. But we're not gonna talk about that because most companies don't do it. They don't do an evaluation to see if they're underpaying the people because you know why? They're putting that money away.
Right. What are y'all thoughts on these massive layoffs? They happen so often.
Layoffs.
Like I don't get it. Like, and it's all at one time. So you can't tell me that this is coincidental. I don't think it is.
But it happens so much that people are just getting immune to it.
You think so?
It's happening so much. I'm actually, I shouldn't say immune. I just say suspicious. More suspicious than immune because they're like, how are y'all going to come? Like I just said, how are you going to come out saying you have all these jobs in this era? There's so many jobs because actually, I'm going to say it. This presidential regime has been sold on saying we've had the most higher job opportunities at any point in the United States history.
Ooh, excuse me.
And then in that same notion, you come back and you see things like this: UPS, 12,000 being laid off, only because they're wanting to put their money in other places. Well, you're still laying off 12,000 people.
Now, here's the thing: I like back in the day, in my youth, I used to actually work for UPS, and they would have you do either a 4 or 6 hour shift, and try to rank you up. But it always would be that 3 to 6 month mark.
Mm-hmm.
They would trim.
Start trimming fat.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's how I ended up transitioning away from UPS. So, and I came to the conclusion that certain companies don't want to allocate benefits to certain employees.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because you got to work for a company
it's
3 to 6 months to get benefits.
Sometimes.
Some companies pay you benefits day one. Majority of companies, you got to wait 90 days.
I was going to say, you know what I hate what people say? Real jobs give you stuff day one. Other jobs don't. What the hell is a real job? Like, your job is a job as far as I'm concerned. How do you sit there and call something real versus fake? Because you're getting fake paid? Is that what it is? Are they taking fake taxes? I mean, you know, hey, if they got that fake job, if it's fake, I mean, I ain't really getting paid, right?
But let's be real. Are we really? It's all digital shit. It's all, you know what I mean, digital numbers and everything else like that. Like, because nowadays everybody has direct deposit. Most people don't carry a lot of cash on them, right? It's all just digital fucking numbers as currency now.
Well, actually, you know what? I always make sure I keep cash on me because you never know. Because you might run into a situation where
it's cash really cash anymore.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of stores are now running into the problem where their systems go down way more than they used to. And guess what? They can only do? They can't take debit or credit. They got to take cash. So, is that if y'all don't understand that? I always say just keep a little cash on you. You never know. You never know what situation you're gonna be. Keep a little cash. You might run into something, and like I just said, you may run into a vendor or something. Oh, I only take cash. I don't take debit or credit because of the fees.
That happens too. That does happen too.
I'm gonna say this for one time that if you're dealing in silver and gold, 9 times out of 10, you only want to deal cash. You don't want it because you there's reasoning behind. There's a very good reason behind that if you think about it.
So, kind of going with the next thing I want to talk about. It's like it kind of coincides with the layoffs and everything else like that, right?
You keep talking about layoffs.
The thing about it is a lot of these younger generation talking about it's not like they don't want to work, but they don't want to work. And I can kind of understand.
Wait, what?
It's like they would like to work, but they don't want to work in this generational time right now because of
Which time do they want to work?
But how? I talked to an announcer and I asked him. I said, "So what's the whole thing about Gen Z and lazy and don't want to work and this, that, and everything else?" And they broke it down to me in the aspect of this.
They don't want to do the actual work. They just want to get paid. That's what you're trying to say.
Some of them are like that. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Some of them may
they don't want to work, but they don't want to work doesn't make.
We talked about this yesterday. At the end of the day, they look at it like this: you get paid at a mediocre job. You have taxes, benefits, and so on being taken out your check before you even get your check, and you still have to live. So and you barely are able to live right now. Like I have not seen so many roommates. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't have that independent freedom as what you would feel of what you earn from working so hard, right? And when they broke it down to me like that, I said, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Because at the end of the day, think about it like this. Don't let you have a kid and be a single parent working a full-time job having to pay for your benefits. Medical alone, you're almost looking at what, $200 to $400 a month?
Depending on the situation.
You see what I'm saying? That's being taken out your check before you even get it.
Well, my thing that I see with Gen Z, they do a lot of job hopping. Remember how they used to say, "Oh, longevity of the job, that means you're going to be that employee that we can count on to be there." You don't see that much anymore.
You really don't.
They will hop to the next hot item. Like you could be sitting there making. I'm going to use fast food. Just work with me here. This is a real job. Fast food. $15 an hour at McDonald's, and you flipping a burger or whatever you're doing, running on the line or whatever. What's it called, right? On the line. See, I don't know the terms. But either way, I digress. $15 an hour, you're doing that. Then all of a sudden, you walk into Burger King, and the guy's like, "Hey, don't you work at a McDonald's?" Like, "Yeah, man, we can hire you for $20 now. 20, that's $5 more what I'm making now. I'm putting an application in. Bye, y'all." What, you only putting in 2 weeks? You don't really have to because everything's at will. But we'll talk about that. Then you go over there, $20. Well, guess what? Now you see it in and out, they're gonna pay you $25 or $22.50. Oh man, and you give you benefits day one. Oh, I got to wait 3 to 6 months. I'm gonna get full-time hours. Oh yeah, you know what? Hell yeah, I'll come over there. Now Whataburger comes in. They keep job hopping, and it doesn't. They don't care. Nobody cares anymore. As I say, there's no loyalty. Goes back to what you just said. Why be loyal if you're not going to pay? If McDonald's would pay me that extra $7 like everybody else, I would have just stayed at McDonald's. Maybe not, depending on what some factors do factor.
Y'all tell me, is it more so that there is no loyalty, or is it the aspect of what is it that you're working for? Because I can see it. What is it that you're working?
What is your end goal?
Yeah, exactly. What kind of goals do you have set in place, and realistically, can you make those goals in today's market?
I'm glad you said today's market, because people talk about financial stability. Can you really have financial stability on a single person income in this day and age?
No, you can't.
You see the caveat I got there?
Not even on a 2-person income.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I was rolling that. How about a 2-person income? You can do it. You won't struggle as much.
Maybe on a 3-person income before, absolutely full-time, 4 full-time incomes. Yep, you could, and that's sad. That's why you are starting to see more families moving in with one another, right? Or you see more roommate situations that's going on. Like I've never seen the market. And when I refer to the market, I'm talking jobs versus your input versus output. Mm-hmm. Okay. Today's market, there's more of an output than there's an input. Nobody can tell me anything differently. I see it, I witness it every day.
And I'll give them an example. Like you said, you're a $4,000 salary, $600 go to
medical benefits.
So that's knocking down $1,400. Social Security, we'll say just rough number, $100.
$100, right?
Taxes, we'll say another.
Now taxes, depending on what you do.
I just said 2,000. So
Okay.
we're doing rough numbers here. So
Okay.
we'll say 250 in taxes, right?
Okay.
Now we started with 2,000. We already lost 250 plus another.
Six. That's 850.
So now we're at, what do we have left?
You're almost at half a paycheck.
Oh,
And you still got FICA, Medicare, and Social Security getting taken out.
well, we already took out. We already kind of.
Okay.
That was taken out.
So now that's
car insurance. You got mortgage. you got rent. Homeowners insurance.
I don't.
HOA.
Hold up.
Your deductible. And groceries. How much money you got left? I have negative $50.
Negative 250.
Oh yeah, I got gas. Right?
Yeah.
That's going on.
Oh, hold on. You might as well say minus 750. Groceries. So you're already in the fucking negative.
So that $2,000 check, you need to make $2,750 to make even.
No, how about this? I don't know about any other markets, but out here in this market, if you rent, you got to make 3 times the rent. So if your rent is $2,500, you got to bring home what, $8,000? You got to make $8,000 just to pay for that $2,500 rent, and that's not even including everything that he just mentioned. Like, come on, y'all.
I didn't talk about utilities. I didn't talk about none of it. I just said the basic.
Well, utilities would be basic.
Oh, I said the basic because some people can live without internet. Oh, I can't.
No.
I got water and gas.
Yeah.
Water and gas.
Yeah.
And we did talk about cell phone. That's what I was trying to get to. I didn't say cell phone. Everybody's got to have a cell phone. You got to be connected somehow to this world. Then you got now, if you make over a certain amount, you can't even get the government paid for Cox, the basic Cox plan. The government pays for it. So what? I don't understand. Where did the balloon come from?
I know a family, right? A whole family, right? 2-person income, right? Over $100K a year, right? Living paycheck to paycheck. Tell me how. It's not mapping to me.
No, you can look at people making 150 and still live paycheck to paycheck. It's just, I will say some people, I know there are them out there that live way outside the means.
Yeah, okay.
We ain't talking to you. Because y'all, you feel the pain. You're just trying to fake like you don't. Right? That's what you're doing.
Facts.
Because people always talk about they want to look rich. Well, you do know the rich don't even look rich.
Walk around looking broke and shit.
The rich don't even look rich. The person sitting next to you, shopping right next to you with fries, if you're a millionaire, you wouldn't even know it. While driving his beater, going out to his car, and he's happy as hell, right? Got his little groceries or whatever he got going on, happy as hell, going out to his beater.
You know how the rich stay rich? They're stingy as shit. I realize that.
Well, I wouldn't say they're stingy.
They're
smart.
They're
smart. They're very
smart.
smart.
And frugal.
They're very smart.
But I mean, at the end of the day, somebody help me make it make sense because it doesn't to me.
But you know what? I forgot about. You've got all these social media people that.
Oh, don't even go there.
Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. You see them all the time.
Those fake.
They pull up, get an LLC, do this, and you'll be a millionaire. Oh, you got to put away $600. Who the hell has $600 extra to pay to put aside a month?
No, how about this? Let's talk about this healthcare system and the plans that you get from said jobs that you work. And you know how you're talking about that allocating $600 for motherfucking insurance, right? You still have a deductible to meet, folks. For those that don't know that.
And this is what I wanted to say. This was not a month. This was every 2 weeks I was basing off of. So that's what I'm going off of, not a month.
So you make $2,000 a paycheck. That's $4,000 a month, and you got half of that. You're basically trying to live off of $1,850 a month.
Negative. You forgot we're in the negative because if we're negative in 2 weeks, we ain't gonna be positive in 2 weeks. We're still gonna be negative. It's gonna be $1,500 in the hole.
Damn. And yeah, because the whole thing about it, what I was gonna say is, when you go to meet those deductibles, don't you have a specialty visit That specialty visit
It's gonna be special. Well, it depends on the insurance you have. This is what I could never understand is how there's so many different insurances, right? So many different ones all over the world. All over the world, all over the United States, all over the world. It's true to all over the world, all over the U.S. Right? They give you all these options, and they expect you to know which is the best one.
And they can't advise you on which one is the best
one. Now, I know like some jobs they have open houses where the insurance that you guys have come in, and they'll talk about what's the benefits of the plan, and you can ask them one question. Well, what is my office copay? Oh, well, it depends. It shouldn't depend. You should be able to tell me what my office copay is, right? I should be able to go to any insurance company and ask you, what's my office copay? And you should be able to tell me. Okay, it can be 110 or it can be 120. I will say mine went down $10 or $15. I was really surprised. I was like, let me give this to you now for you to change your mind. Let me print this thing out now. Here, take this for change. Here, put this in the system now.
I think something has to be done with this medical system.
Something has to be done. Period. It's not just the medical. Everything is so between groceries, between the price on life. Period.
Yeah,
ridiculous. The price.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, inflation has hit the world, right, folks? But
it's just hit us more.
It's hitting us more because we stuck our foot in our own mouth. I will say that. I will say that.
It's explainable.
Now, what I mean by sticking our foot in our mouth, we're printing up all this fake money, trying to put a value on it, sending it overseas, doing this, doing that, the third, not taking care of home, but making us as citizens, right, have to pay the cost for that, right? That's why we're seeing this bigger inflation hit us harder than what has hit the world. But nobody else in the world is coming to our aid.
I think you need to say that one more time. I don't think it's not getting the effect. We are the last superpower. Apparently, whatever happens across the world, we're the first ones in. No matter what happens, we're there. There's a conflict, we're there. Oh my God, natural disaster, we're there.
But what made money? Give them.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to our very own country, we're there too. But ain't nobody else sending nothing. Nobody. But then y'all always like this. And then guess what? Y'all want to, hey, our healthcare is top of the line. Oh, we love people over here. Huh, you need to move over here, this, that, and the other. Really? If everything's so good, then why the hell you need my dollar? when you struggling, when you got a conflict that y'all can't handle, why do you need me to help you? Make your case, ladies and gentlemen. Make your case. There isn't one at all. You know why? Because they say we're indebted to ourselves.
Here's the thing. I don't expect nobody to come to our aid because they didn't come to our aid when slavery was going on and they knew about it.
Well,
and nobody's come to America's aid since.
Nobody's ever came to America's aid.
Exactly.
And you can't. And here's the thing: slavery was not made here; it was brought here. So that's the thing you got to remember. So saying somebody's come to our aid because of it, it was brought here. It wasn't like it was done overnight. You go to every single country; they all had some form of slavery that was already going on. It's just that here it's more prevalent because they built our country off of it. That's why the backbone of Rome was built off of what? Slavery. How did they enslave them? All the people, all the wars that were fought that Rome won, they turned them into slaves. And they were able to purchase themselves out of slavery which that was adopted later on here, which, I mean, as we know, it was up to who accepted it and who didn't. They could literally take your papers, your free papers, rip them up and put you back in the truck and take you back down. Well, they take you back yonder.
Over yonder. Anyway, what are y'all thoughts on that segment in regards to how Gen Z? I get it. I get it. Like I said, I get it why Gen Z don't work. And then going back to the loyalty aspect of what you said, right? Jobs aren't even loyal to the employees if they're doing this. If they're laying off all this, so why work and stay loyal?
10 to 15 minutes.
No, I was there. We was going
through fire. You were supposed to be on point with that. You should have figured that out. You probably, if you're voice texting, I can understand why you did, but you're fired. You're fired.
But yeah, and we
FRYED, fired. That's right. That's it. Fired. RYED, fired. Aura. I got aura in there. RYED.
Anyway, so why would you stay loyal to a company that's not going to stay loyal to you?
Point blank.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
I definitely did. I understand. I'm not going to sit. Now, mind you, there are other factors. Like sometimes, I will say this. You know, when people job hop, a lot of times they didn't stay long enough to reap the benefit of the company too. That's another thing too.
That is true. But as an employee, why walk around the job on eggshells wondering, oh shit, it's today the day?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
But that could be any job. Just because the job hires you at a higher wage doesn't mean.
And I know that's factual here in Arizona because it's a right to work state. And I've been in situations where you're here today, you're gone tomorrow.
You're today, gone tomorrow. Anyway. What's bad? We just talked about it with Carvana. Literally in a training class, they got all of you on a video. Yeah, so this is your last day working for Carvana. Wait, what do you mean working? I'm just in training. I ain't starting. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're not be able to come back. Wait, what does that mean? Bye. Click. Oh, by the way, send in your computers. And an email. Please return your desktop. We will send you a FedEx box for the desktop or laptop, whatever you got. But what I do, I will say, I mean, we talked about the bad. What's the good out of that? I don't know. I've been trying to.
I wonder where you was going with this because there's nothing good.
But see, hear me out. I'm trying to understand. American Airlines got 50,000 people to fire.
And the crazy part about it, here's the thing.
They didn't have enough stewardesses for planes. So how in the hell are you firing 50,000?
And here's the crazy part about it. Normally, if you see an airline doing those type of numbers on layoffs, right, there's a merger. There's something, a acquisition of someone. Right? I haven't heard nothing about a buyout or anything. I don't know.
So my question is, y'all ain't touching baggage claim, aren't you? Sky Hawk, we need 50,000 more people down there. As long as it takes to get your bags. You've been sitting there, you come in on Wednesday, you will get your bags by next Monday. Maybe.
Do you think this is an overhaul still of the pandemic?
No,
I don't think so either, but I wonder.
The Deuteronomy is over. I'm telling you, that ain't nothing to do with Deuteronomy. It ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm telling you right now, it has nothing to do with Deuteronomy. Y'all might think it up, but it ain't got nothing. They always gonna talk about is everything's because of Deuteronomy. It ain't got nothing to do with Deuteronomy. Now you want to talk about New Testament? That's New Testament stuff. We got to trim some fat because, well, we just want to. We want to fatten our pockets upstairs.
Okay. Well, folks.
But anybody that works for airlines, can y'all help me understand though? 50,000 from American Airlines? Are they going to Southwest? Like, what's they going to United? But they're not united. That's right. They're not united. They're American. Okay. Go. Let's go to commercial break. I gotta figure this out.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. What are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers? Yo, son! Promo videos? I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one sheets and so much more. Oh my god. Please visit our website, I want it right now! GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Get it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
What's going on?
That didn't come on.
No, it didn't. It sounded like he was hurt.
Yeah. A little bit. Anyway, folks. So, changing subjects. If y'all just now tuning in, thank you for tuning in to PD&J Was Good today. I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your host, Pocket.
Now, I want to talk about something that's actually been bothering me personally for a while now. I don't know about you, but it's kind of been bothering me a little bit. We're going to call this the Bill Cosby effect.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I will say that I did come up with the name, but I didn't think you was going to use it.
Hey, it's catchy. We're going to call it Bill. And this is what I mean by this. And
Just don't eat the pudding.
You're done. You're fired. You're done. You're fired.
I'm not eating the pudding.
Anywho, so here's what I don't like. After 40, 30, 40 years. Now, let me say this before I go into it. Assault, especially assault and battery on a woman, I do not condone. I do not respect. I am strongly against it. But 40 years later, you want to say something? I have a problem with that. And the reason why I have a problem with that is because at the end of the day, we all do stupid stuff. It doesn't take 40 years later to get the closure of what you feel like you need. Not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. I could be wrong. This is strictly my opinion.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know what you did.
That was that Bill Cosby effect. So, y'all,
What's your thoughts?
my thoughts.
Because, like I said, like I started off, I think I can speak for you when I say this. We don't condone sexual assault. We don't condone it. We don't respect it. It's zero tolerance, especially when it comes to kids. We can agree on that, right?
For kids, women, and anybody.
Anybody.
I'm not going to sit there and just put it in the kids and women because it happens to men too. It's just that it's not talked about because when you bring it up,
You're laughing.
Yeah.
I get it.
So you're abused by, and men are more abused when it comes to that than anything else. You think because you got the mental abuse of what happened, the physical abuse of what happened, and even more mental abuse. Because people gonna really unwanted advances are unwanted advances regardless of who you are. But like you said, 40 years later, 30 years later, I mean, let me use numbers here. So 30 years ago, I was 16. 40 years ago, I was 6. Now, okay, let's forget the 40 years. Let's go to the 30 years. That totally did not sound right. I thought it through.
That didn't. No, that did that. No.
Who the hell am I assaulting at 6 years old? Maybe my teddy bear? What the fuck? At 16, quite sure I made some really, really bad mistakes.
At 16, did you know what sexual assault really was?
I know what salt and pepper was. It was definitely here in full effect. That's what I did. Sexual assault wasn't really talked about. Really wasn't. We never. It. You know what? It could happen. It would probably happen in front of us, and we wouldn't really realize what was going on. We wouldn't. Um, um,
Lost your train of thought, didn't you?
no, I'm just trying to I'm trying to think it through before I do another 16 and 6. But regardless, we call it the Bill Cosby effect because that's exactly what happened to him. It happened when he was young and stupid, and
We all make drastic mistakes in our lives. It's called life-changing events, right?
now, I will say this. That a lot of times people are starstruck, and so they let certain things happen, and then they have regret later on in life. But a whole lifetime later, that's really what happened here. It's a whole lifetime later that you have regret. How do you, a lifetime later, you're now regretting what happened? Now, I know a lot of people, they go through years of therapy, but usually at some point, the therapist is going to say, you probably need to talk.
Confront your offender like you have that right. And I believe everybody should take that responsibility if you've been offended.
Now, I will say, I know there's not a limitation on this. And I know some people, they don't know, like they're afraid of confrontation, which I get it. But if you're afraid of confrontation, that's what counselors are for, to help you talk your way through
You brought up something that I kind of want to go a little bit deeper on. Let's stay right there a little bit. Statute of limitations, right? Me coming up, growing up, I thought rape and other assaults, there was, depending on the state, it's like 7 to 10 years statute of limitations to report, right? What's up with this 40 years later shit?
Because they're reporting it as something else, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I think with Bill Cosby, I think it's New York, so it's no limitation.
There's no limitation in New York.
Remember, he went to jail, so is there a limitation? Or was it New York?
Let's look that up.
Was it New York or Pennsylvania? We gotta look at where he was convicted at, but not every state is the same. But if anybody can look it up for us, please feel free. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because it's 40 years later, and I empathize. I really do. But my whole thing is, was it a situation where you felt uncomfortable, but you did it anyway? You felt coerced to do it? Or was it a situation where at that point in time, you just...
Oh, wow. Okay. So there is a statute of limitations in New York, right? 2019, it got ratified. It went from 8 years to 20 years.
So now I think it is for...
However, legislation passed in 2019 allows most adult survivors.
Which that's what's happening in Diddy right now. Remember, that's what Diddy is going through. All right, things that came through.
There is an expiration date on when the person could actually file charges. The date came to an end not too long ago, so that's why you saw an influx on those charges all of a sudden.
Now, another thing I think about the McMahon situation, which I don't know, with totally different, right? Well,
no, it's the same person.
No, what I'm talking about, it's totally different in the aspect of it. He paid fat,
and she was trafficked.
Allegedly, within the
allegedly, we have to say allegedly.
It's not allegedly because I mean it's on paper. She had her.
He hasn't been convicted yet, so we have to say as media,
he gonna be. He should have just paid it. He only paid half.
And that's another thing. How do you try to make it go away? You gave on it on the first place, and then now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. Did you not pay?
Well, she said he only paid half, so that's the only reason why she's coming out with it. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Is she really not? No, I can't even say that. I can't say that. My mother was like, well, no, she wouldn't. She probably laughed. She probably didn't. You should have paid her. You good, man? You're good. But I believe paying her or not, she should never agree to it because I would have got more in court because she got her receipts. I think he paid her so he could still run the WWE. That's what it was. Remember, he sold it.
Now he's not at all. And the crazy part about it, I read the article. Guess who stepped up and now is on the board of TKO? Because TKO is the ownership under UFC and WWE, right? He was the chairman on the board. Vince McMahon was. Now he stepped down and resigned immediately. Now, I don't know if he's been on the board for a while, but it's just now coming up. But The Rock is on the board of TKO.
I think he was already on the board, maybe. I think. Because remember, he's been doing so many appearances with the WWE.
Well, one thing that I know that he did, he owns the trademark of it. When he went to the board, he took his name with him, and now he owns the trademark of his name, The Rock.
Now, here's my thing about the McMahon situation. Remember, they didn't want him at the CEO anyway. Remember when he stepped down the first time, the WWE world was like, "Yes, finally, he's gone. Triple H can do whatever needs to be done. He knows what he's doing." As soon as he came back, Stephanie left. I told y'all something. Something ain't right. Why did she walk off like that? They said she was taking a leave of absence. She said, "Like, no, I'm gone." So there was no leave of absence. Homegirl said, "I'm out." So now I tell you something. Linda you don't hear about her anymore. I think they're divorced. I don't know what's going on with that. But
No, they're still married. They're just.
I know she distanced herself from him because it didn't help her running for office in Connecticut. So she had to distance herself. Distance herself, excuse me, from him. So there's something more. Stephanie knew. That's all I'm going to say. Stephanie knew.
And Stephanie, right before she left, I remember I came and told you she fire sold a whole bunch of shares of stock.
You didn't tell me.
Oh, I didn't tell you that? Oh, yeah. So, right when the McMahon's first situation happened, right?
Right, when he first sold.
Yeah. When he first sold, you have WWE A shares and WWE B shares. Like there's different
because
tiers
all the different
of shares that you could buy into. It wasn't the most popular share, but it was like her tier B and C shares. Fire sold all of them.
She foresaw what was going to happen with her father coming back as CEO. Now he's out permanently. He can't even come back.
I hope not.
He can't. There's no way. Look at the charges. She's not just suing him. Y'all forget she's suing the WWE.
Now, let's stay right there and talk about this Bill Cosby effect, right? Vince McMahon's not going to see a day of jail time, but fucking Bill Cosby did. And this charge is probably, in my opinion, worse than dope.
No, they're not worse. He didn't drug anybody.
He definitely trafficked and assaulted.
And he took a tutu or doo-doo on him. So I read that part of he did. What? Hey, man, dude, I'm sorry. Y'all go read up on it. I'm done. That's as far as I'm telling you. It's like, oh, I said, you bring the story. Like, yeah, I am. I ain't gonna tell you about it. Go read up on it. She got pooed on.
Who won, Bill Cosby or Vince?
Vince. He pooed her. He pooed. I can't even say. He took crap on this woman.
Yeah.
And only gave her $2 million. I think he got a high lottery. He ain't made it to me. He only made it one. Man, that's the most expensive crap I've ever heard.
She only wanted $2 million.
I think it was 2. Gotta look it up now. I think it's 2.
Because if that's the case, then Cassie made out like a bandit. And I say that respectfully. I say that respectfully.
We don't know if she got cracked on. So.
We know she got ran through though.
Ran over, ran through, ran up and down. What am I looking up?
Oh man, Vince McMahon being pooed on. You said it. You fucking said it, bro.
Oh my god.
don't get it. Y'all help me out here. Like, what's going on? Like, is it cancel culture at its best right now, or like what's going on? Somebody help it make sense to me because 40 years. I know where I was at 40 years ago.
Oh, it was $3 million. So he only paid $1 million. It was a $3 million agreement. He only paid $1 million.
That's all she wanted was 3.
That's still expensive crap. But you still gonna be known. But you know what this is? We didn't talk about this. This comes on the backbone of being sold to Netflix for $5 billion to stream WWE program.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna watch Raw on Netflix. And here's the crazy part about
crap on Netflix. Go watch that crap on Netflix.
Ain't nobody gonna watch that crap on Netflix. Here's the thing, and here's the reason why I say this. You got it on Peacock right now. Why would I pay Netflix $14.95 when I can watch the pay-per-views on Peacock for free?
And that was a hell of a deal there.
And you locked in for another 3.
Because you know me, I don't really watch wrestling, but I'm like, oh yeah, it's on. Like you said, summer was it?
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble was. I didn't watch it, but I knew it was there. And I was like, I was gonna watch it, but I ended up watching boxing. So you know, y'all know if it's boxing or wrestling, I'm watching the real stuff. I'm sorry.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm watching.
Some of that boxing shit is fake too.
Oh, let's not talk about the referees, please.
Okay.
Judges.
Oh shit! No, the ref too.
And judges. See, I'm all choked up now.
Yeah, man.
That was an expensive pool. I'm still stuck on it. $3 million. He only paid $1 million. He said, you know what? I'm crapping on you more. I'm only going to pay you $1 million. It's $3 million. What you going to do about it? Oh hell! And then he's trying to. What's funny to me is, before he resigned, he's like, these allegations are truly false. Minutes later, he's walking out with a box. These allegations are false. I tell you, they're false. She's running them up.
God, have you seen what he looks like recently now?
With the
mustache and shit?
With the
and
cartoon mustache?
Yeah, the cartoon mustache and comb over.
Bro, who told him?
He looks like, hey, bro, I hate to say it like this.
What's that villain from Rocky and the Bullwinkle? The villain from Rocky and the Bullwinkle.
And who was the villain in Rocky and the Bullwinkle depicted after?
I can't think of his name.
The second in command of Hitler.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
So it looks just like Hitler.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, he looks like Hitler. He's it. But like you that old, you just growing a mustache. Like, hey, what the heck is that?
Shut up. Shut up.
Don't say it.
No, say it. No.
Did they implant hairs on his lip?
You're about to get us fucking canceled.
I'm just. It's an honest God question. Did they implant hairs on a man's lip? Because that look. I can see why Linda expected. She's like, you going through a midlife crisis.
Midlife.
You were 80 years old. He's close to.
How old is Vince? I think he's actually over 80 years old.
How old is Vince?
Vince McMahon is 78.
Oh, so he's not even 80 yet.
And his net worth, you want to know what his net worth is?
Oh, crap.
Money.
How much is his net worth?
2.7
billion. Still?
Billion.
That's right now.
Billion.
Till this case hits the fan.
Shit.
It might go up. Might want some crap.
My craps are like gold.
My poo is overdue.
All right, moving on. Oh, Lord, help us, Jesus.
I still would look like crap with people on $3 million. I can't do it. I'm gonna knock your ass out. I swear to God. You think, yeah, oh no. Can you what? The toilet is right there. You better not even think about it.
That's crazy. So, folks, open questions. What's going on with you? How's your week been going? What you got going on? Anything you guys want us to talk about? What's up?
I did want to You know, one thing that's been in the news, and some people are talking about it, some people are not. In Mississippi, you know where I'm going.
Oh shit! Yeah, motherfucking Jackson, Mississippi. You motherfucking you. And I say that non-respectful. Here's the thing about it. For those that don't know about what's going on, and truly chime in when you hear this, man, 216 bodies, 216 remains found behind the Jackson, Mississippi prison. Families was reporting their kids and their families and their loved ones missing. They had come to find out they're in this massive cemetery behind this prison. What's going on?
Well, and that's not the only thing. Here's another one. I forgot about this one. In Colorado, there's a funeral home that had 189 decomposing bodies sitting there.
Really? Yeah.
Like, so it almost makes you not want to get back.
It makes me not want to go to Mississippi either. Because here's the thing, there was one family in particular. Their son went out and was coming home. Never made it home. Come to find out, he had got pulled over by the police, and they shot him. And they shot him and stripped him. No identification marks, no ID, no driver's license, no debit card, no cell phones, no nothing. And this family was looking for this dude, this kid, for almost a month, bro. Almost a fucking month. You looking for your seed. Come to find out, he got killed by the police and he's buried behind. That's it.
I'm not laughing at what he's saying. I'm gonna show you what I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. I'm so unprofessional sometimes, but I can't help it. Go bricks. Those some go backs that don't want. She's rude. I was being professional. I told you you're fired. Didn't I tell you he was fired like 20, 30 minutes ago? Do we need to rewind the show, play that part? He's fired. I'm done.
But man, my heart really goes out to all those families there, and I guarantee the majority of them, if not all of them, were people of color. I guarantee that.
I'm not going to speak on that because there's a mass exodus of a lot of things. Yeah, missing organs. That was the other one too. Some are missing organs. Like, where the hell are the organs at? Like, what the hell? Where's his eyes? Where's his heart? He had a whole lot of love he wanted to share.
And they went on the
organ
donor list. No.
You know, stay on the race thing. This is the thing that bugs me about our country. We are so stuck on color of your skin. We are so stuck. People will sit there, not just love, black love, white love. It's not just a family, it's an interracial family. It's a black family, it's a white family. I talked about this with my kid the other day. Like, I'm so fed up with it. And it needs to change. How do we change? Well, the one thing, remember you did this before, you don't put your race on an application. If everybody does that, guess what? They're going to have to see who you are.
But you know what they started doing on certain applications? I know a friend of mine brought this up to in LA, right? They actually specify your gender, like male, female, non-binary, them, they, that, his, her, what all that. They asked that on the application. I looked at it, I'm like, I thought that was a no-go. I thought you couldn't do that. Apparently you can.
You know why? Because a lot of these companies are trying to track numbers. Everything on an application, give you an idea, companies get funded for it. I know that. I understand why certain questions are there. Are you a veteran? Yes. Oh, bingo! We get money.
Tax break. Yeah, tax break.
Are you? What race are you? Are you of American Indian or Native American?
Do you get SNAP or government assistance benefits? Oh, we don't have to worry about paying the benefits. We get a tax break here.
No, they actually have to get. They have to report it. They lose that damn thing depending on what they're making. They may lose it. But again, as you said, tax break. Either way, if you're hiring somebody, still going to give you a tax break anyway.
Yeah.
We, as a community, when I say community, I mean this community. I mean our podcast community. Need to change that dynamic. When you look at other countries, and I watch other countries all the time, I don't hear them referring to themselves as a race, different races, as much as we do. It's like the first thing you see walking in the door. Or the first time somebody does something. Oh, they must think they're black. Why do they acting white? They got Indian and F on them, they got the good hair. It blows my mind. There's so much said, so much prejudice of each other, first of all. And when I say of each other, right now I'm talking about black people. So much prejudice among that community. Sometimes you won't go to certain stores, go certain places because it's owned by all right, I'll go in here, but everything's probably overpriced. How many times have we ever heard that? I went there, everything was overpriced, or the prices were decent, but I couldn't get any help. Ain't nobody helped me with nothing. Did you ask for help? We're so quick to point out things wrong in our own community. So quick to point out things that person's not doing. And as you know, you're pointing, so I don't need to tell you because as you look, I only got one point.
If you point at somebody else, you better be shitting out gold bricks.
You never. Oh, we got a new one. You better be doing it, McMahon. you better be doing it, McMahon. If you sit there pointing all the fingers, you better be doing it. Then people get anxiety because guess what? You waste so much time talking about it. Right? How many people do that? They sit there, they waste so much time of their day talking bad about people. And then they get so caught up, well, they walk around like this. Oh my God, they're looking at me. They're probably talking.
Negative energy breeds envy. Woo! I'm going to say that one more time. Negative energy breeds envy. Because if you keep so much negative energy and hostile energy directed to a person, you become envious of that person for things of what they have and things of what they don't have. Doesn't matter. You're just envious of that person.
You start making up stuff. And you start making up stuff.
For what?
If anyone wants to envy them, if you want to, it's now. I'll say this. Sometimes envy can inspire, right? But it's very thin line. It's a very thin line.
Okay.
And why do I say that? How can envy being envious of someone like, man, I'm gonna exceed you one day. I'm gonna figure out how you did it. I can't stand you, but I'm gonna beat you. And when I beat you, I'm gonna let you know that I beat you. That's the type of envy that's a motivation. It's okay. Now the other envy is I can't stand you. I really can't stand you. I don't care to be around you. I don't care what you do. Oh, you think you're better than me?
Oh, you think you got a better paying job?
Oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to go there.
I did.
Or, what's my favorite old school saying? Oh, you acting Hasadina, aren't you? What the heck? Whoever made that word up?
I was going to say something, but I'm going to retract what I'm saying because I know we have certain people that's watching. And
it's y'all just, my whole thing is two big things for me this year, two very big things.
And we're going to wrap it up.
Envy, you mentioned, if you're going to envy someone, flip it to a positive nature that's going to motivate you to do something with yourself.
In the good way. We in a good way, because some people would take that and I'm gonna go rob a bank.
I said positive, so I don't know if I mean rob a bank. I mean, that's positive to your pockets if you get caught, but that's a whole nother situation. Now I ain't telling you go rob a bank.
I ain't even, unless you're gonna give me 20%.
But if something happens, drop at my doorstep. I don't even know what happened. My cameras didn't work that day. But second thing, when we say love each other, I'm not talking about black love. I'm not talking about interracial love. I'm talking about love. The true meaning of it has no freaking color. I have a shirt that says that. My wife and I got shirts made for our anniversary, and it said "Love sees no color." We've got more compliments on wearing them shirts, and it puts smiles on people's faces. You want to know why? Because they truly understand the meaning, especially when you look at her and I together. You can understand. You can see. I want y'all to do that. Don't you get the shirt. You can't do that. I don't have it. What do you call it? Copyrighted?
Not trademark, not patent.
But you can't do it.
Not yet. Anyway, folks, again, we're going to be spreading this word and this message all year long. The word of the day is love. Until next week, folks.
Unless you're Stevie Wonder, of course, he really can't see color. He can't see it all.
We do this every week.
What are you talking about? We're signed off, huh?
No.
I mean,